I want a crop top, mock neck, snakeskin shirt. And not a lot of people are going to optimize for those words, but that is what I want. And normally the people that are going to buy are going to search that same way as well. So if you haven't jumped into one of these lives that I did last week, I would definitely recommend checking that out. We're going to extend more on what keyword research is, specifically the difference between short-tailed and long-tailed keywords. If you've been in the SEO space at all, or even looked up anything, you may have heard these words before. So I want to take a little bit of a second to kind of define these so that when we go into how to find these mystical long-tailed keywords, you know exactly what we're talking about. So first, short-term keywords are normally what people use for like CPC. They're less than 3 words. They're normally very common, which also makes them super expensive to target. They aren't very specific, but they do have high search volume, but again, also means they have high competition. This is something that someone would be window shopping for. If I'm like, oh, I want to look up lanterns, for example, that doesn't mean I'm going to buy one necessarily right now. I'm just in my research phase. With short-term keywords, normally it's when the customer's in their research phase and they're not immediately, going to start buying. This could also be applicable to the service industry. So like accountant near me. That's something obviously everybody should optimize for if they're an accountant, but we want to get even deeper in on that and niche down and make long-tailed keywords work for us. So what are long-tailed keywords? Long-tailed keywords are very specific, normally more than 3 words. If it's not more than 3 words, it's something, again, that's super niche, as in like you may be calling a word something else. They also have lower search volume, which can give you the conception that there is less conversion, but that's not necessarily the case. It just means that it's lower search volume and lower competition because it's kind of harder for you to, it's like just businesses in general. They're like, I don't want to talk about this subject because I don't want to alienate an audience. But what you don't realize is when you alienate and like get really specific on who you are targeting, you're also making your content more relevant for the people that would have purchased in the first place. Another thing, since you're being super specific, this is also going to give you much higher quality traffic and higher conversion rates because you are, so specific in that case. So we are going to hop into this little graph. It just gives you a quick snapshot of what a short-tailed keyword to a long-tailed keyword is. It has, high search, high volume, high competition, not a lot of keyword specificity, which again, you want like conversions is over here. That's basically where it happens. That's when people start getting really specific on how they are searching for something. I know if I'm like looking for clothes, I have a very specific way of looking for clothes. I know exactly what color I want it to be. I know exactly what cut, everything. So like if I'm like, I want a crop top, mock neck, snakeskin shirt, and not a lot of people are going to optimize for those words, but that is exactly what I want. And normally the people that you want to come to your website that are going to buy kind of like that same day are going to search that same way as well. We're going to think about, again, we'll use CPAs near me. So we see CPAs near me because I'm in DeLand, it's here, etc. There are some other words that you can use to get a little bit more specific. And that is like keyword. We could do CPA who does taxes, who hates accounting, who can be a mentor, so you just want to kind of see what's popping up in these related searches because that kind of tells you how people are searching. If the keyword pops up here, it means that, more than one person is searching for that same thing. So it's just something to keep in mind so that you are staying up to date with how people are searching for your keywords. Another one is keyword that. So keyword that specializes in real estate. So if you're a CPA that specializes in real estate, you want to make sure that you hit this. You think about making more blogs and things like that have to do with real estate posts, checklists, if that's applicable to what you're doing. CPAs 4. So CPA for small business, for taxes, for travel nurses. This is super niche. If you get super specific in who you're targeting, CPA for travel nurses is more than likely, you don't really have a lot of competition here. 10 most asked tax questions for travel nurses. This was made in 2019. An updated guide, just like, 2021, that would be a really great thing for a CPA to target if this is, again, good for the type of clients they're looking for. That's just something to keep in mind. Again, short-tailed keywords, they aren't very specific, high search volume. You want long-tailed keywords that are very specific, more than 3 words, have low search volume because you have lower competition, but also higher conversion rates there. You will have to go into Google or use a SEO optimizer of some sort to get these kinds of keywords so that you can make content directly for that consumer. Putting in that extra effort is going to pay dividends. When that person comes to work with you, they're not going to have any question on if they want to work with you because they're like, this person is the expert in exactly what I need. It's going to make that sales process easier. That's why I like to say the better organic you're doing, the cheaper you're going to pay in ads because you're just going to seem more relevant. It's going to take less to convert that next customer. That is all I have for today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.